Greetings everyone, Father John Delaney here from Sacred Hearts Parish in Bradford, Groveland. And I'm here this day to say hello. It's been a long, late winter, springtime of quarantine and challenging times for all of us. We pray for all those who passed away these recent weeks and who are sick, and for all the families who are in distress, and know that Father Joe and I are praying for you and with you each day for your well-being. As you all know, we received word this past Monday that churches may now open in Massachusetts, and we're overjoyed to hear that news. It caught many of us off guard. We thought through the diocesan insights that we'd be waiting a few weeks before this could happen. So we are receiving all the guidelines and restrictions to open the churches, and I have chatted with our staff here, our wonderful staff at Sacred Hearts, and we've had Zoom meetings this past week. We met midweek in the church to reflect upon what we need to do. And here it is, I'm taping this on Thursday morning. We're going to meet again tomorrow to really review our procedures. And it is my hope and prayer that we will open up this weekend, and upon receiving this video this weekend, you'll know that the case. And so I just want to go over a few things here. First of all, I want to reassure you that the church has been cleaned thoroughly, and we'll have staff and volunteers present with us throughout the weekend who will clean common areas and really assure that bathrooms are cleaned, and just to make sure everybody have that sense of well-being as they come to church. But also, we all know that Cardinal Sean has extended the dispensation from Sunday Mass obligation. So please, please take care of yourself. Make your own decision when you would like to return to church to join us in a live Mass in our churches. So there is no obligation, no pressure. Each person, each family decides it themselves. Here in the parish, through the goodness of Scott Ness, our music director, and our staff, Betty and others, we're going to continue to offer some online Mass opportunity. A week or two ahead, recorded Masses we've done the past 9 weeks. And then beyond that, we'll have live streaming of one of our Masses for the weekend. So those can still feel connected to us, even if you choose not to return to the church. So again, Cardinal Sean has reiterated the dispensation for Mass attendance indefinitely. So please be aware of that and make your wise decision, whether you return now, in a few weeks, late summer, what is best for you. That's your choice. A few things if you do come to church this weekend. First of all, we all know the importance of wearing a mask. As you enter the church, you must wear a mask, okay, for your safety and the safety of those around you. Secondly, we all know, if you're shopping in local food stores, elsewhere, the importance of social distancing. 6 feet. So be careful that you have that 6-foot circle around you, and do your best to maintain that as you approach the church, enter the church, and so forth. As you come to the church, you'll be greeted by volunteers, by staff this weekend, who will seat you accordingly in the church. You may not be able to sit in your regular seat because of the way we've reconfigured the church so that we can abide by all the restrictions and all the guidelines we have to keep all of us safe. So please cooperate with the staff and with the volunteers this week and the coming weeks. So we're in no rush. We come in, we sit, and we go forward. Okay? There'll be directions of communion, and of course there's no missals in the pews. There is no congregational singing. Those are the highlights. But upon the completion of this video, my video, that there'll be an extended video about taking you through the whole process of coming to Sacred Hearts Church, entering the church, where you sit, Mass, participation, communion, and exit. So again, we're trying our best to inform you and educate you on what to expect to come here. So after I share my words with you this morning, stay on for a few moments to watch a video produced by our Scott Ness and staff to help you see. And the more you are aware of that, there'll be less confusion and less challenging moments during our masses this weekend. So again, I want to thank you all for your wonderful support these past 8-9 weeks. Your personal words to me, your words to our staff. We've tried our best to stay connected to you these days via online notices, weekly constant contacts. That will continue for a while as we try to get out up-to-date news. As you all know, things change very quickly day by day, and sometimes Friday night when I'm writing my letter to you, and Saturday morning when it gets published for the parish on our website or email, constant contact, that's as up-to-date we can get. Our bulletin often is due early in the week on a Tuesday for that coming weekend, and by Friday sometimes that news is old news, and so we try to do our best to inform you. So thank you for your support, your friendship. Thank you for your financial support. The parish is maintaining our financial well-being thanks to your goodness. I've been so blessed to receive your financial support through the weeks, either getting ahead, catching up. I know many people have lost their jobs, and it's understood. You do your best to help us maintain parish life here. We're a strong Catholic community here. Sacred Heart's Church, St. Patrick's Church, overall community. We have a great staff. Our school is doing so well with our young people. Our faith formation program has done so well this winter under Miss May's leadership. And I'm looking forward to First Communion sometime this summer, early fall, confirmations in the fall, all the baptisms and the weddings that are being rescheduled or redefined. A lot going on, but that's who we are. We're trying our best. So thanks very much for listening to these few words. Again, stay following my words to watch the video of life at Sacred Heart's Church this weekend, the coming weekends, and hope to see you soon. But always call us if you have any questions or concerns or can help you. And God bless you. Stay well, stay healthy, and peace.
Welcome to Sacred Hearts Parish. As we prepare to reopen our parish in phases, we want to share some procedures that will keep you and those around you safe during Mass. Please remember that Cardinal O'Malley has extended the Mass dispensation indefinitely, so if you fall into an at-risk category or do not feel comfortable joining us at this time at church, please consider taking part in our Sacred Hearts online liturgical celebrations or the Masses offered on Boston Catholic TV. For those who will join us at Sacred Hearts Parish, we offer these safety suggestions and procedures. Before you arrive for Mass, we ask that you wash your hands for 20 seconds at home. For those who are 5 years old and up, face coverings are required while on church property and during Mass. Please consider bringing your own hand sanitizer that you can use during Mass, especially immediately prior to communion. Please do not bring any items that contain bleach, as this will damage the pews. When you arrive at church, if you are 5 and up, please place your mask over your face as you are exiting your vehicle. Please arrive 15 to 20 minutes before Mass so that you have time to enter the church and be seated by our ushers. Our parish staff and ushers will seat everyone, mindful of social distancing requirements. Members of a single household may sit together. When you enter church, you will see that we have marked off benches to be closed and not used, as to assure safe social distancing. You may be sharing a pew with another individual or individuals. However, a social distance of 6 feet is required between individuals and households. This has been anticipated and will be respected. There will be no seating in the choir loft. Please keep your face mask on for the duration of the liturgy. There is to be no physical contact between households at the sign of peace, nor will there be holding of hands during the Lord's Prayer. Baskets will not be passed during the offertory. You will be able to place your weekly offering in a basket as you exit the church. However, we strongly encourage online giving, which is easily available on the parish website. Cardinal O'Malley has mandated that communion is not to be offered on the tongue under any circumstance for the time being. The precious blood will not be offered to the congregation. The use of personal hand sanitizer before communion is strongly encouraged. There will be a single communion line in the center of the main aisle. Ushers will invite parishioners to go to communion bench by bench. In order to facilitate movement, we ask that everyone in the bench join in the communion line, including children who may not yet receive communion. In this way, the flow will be from the bench to the single line in the middle aisle, and then return to the bench by the side aisle. Parish staff and ushers will facilitate this process. When your pew is ushered to receive communion, stand up and move to the center aisle. Please maintain social distance between you and the communicants in front of you and behind you. When you step up to the priest to receive communion, please keep your mask on. After the priest has offered you communion in the hand, step to the side, remove your mask, and receive the precious body of Christ. After you have received the Eucharist, put your mask back on and return to your seat by the side aisle. After the final blessing, parishioners will be invited to be seated. Parish staff and ushers will dismiss pews in an orderly fashion, starting from the rear of the church. Those in the center section and side pews closer to Carlton Ave will be invited to leave via the bell tower door. Those in the center section and side pews closer to the grotto will be invited to leave via the main center outside door. If someone requires the use of the elevator, please make this known to a member of the parish staff or an usher. You must exit your pew when prompted. Private prayer is not available after Sunday Masses to allow the church to be reset and disinfected for the next Mass. You can drop your weekly offering in the designated baskets as you leave. Clergy will not shake hands at the doors, but will be present to wave to you and wish you well as you depart. Please do not congregate outside, but head directly to your vehicle to allow the next Mass to start on time. We will continue to implement cleanliness and sanitization practices, including cleaning pews and all common spaces regularly. Disinfecting bathrooms, door handles, elevator, and other frequently touched surfaces occur throughout the day. These areas will also be cleaned after every Mass. Parish staff and volunteers are required to wear face masks, wash their hands, and be screened for COVID-19 symptoms. You are reminded to follow CDC recommendations regarding your own health. If you fall into an at-risk category, please stay at home and join us for our online liturgical celebrations.